it, shall we? Let's talk about it. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You are watching live with LWL Lindsay with Love. Today's Thursday, January 16th. Tomorrow's already Friday. Holy cow, where did the week go? Welcome to the show. I'm an energy artist and ascension guide of sorts, helping people awaken and realize how powerful they are from an energetic perspective. You can use the energy that is naturally to you to manifest your best reality, and that is what I'm here to help you do and remind you of. So welcome to the show. Thank you, VIP Allie, for all the likes. VIP Aaron is in the house. I saw you jump in. Natty Cakes is here. VIP Deborah, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the good morning, VIP Deborah. Yesterday was wild. Did anybody else experience the wild? That was yesterday. I had a struggle yesterday. It was actually the first day in a long time. Even my partner, when he got home, he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, honestly, I've not had such an off day in probably over a year. I was completely off. I was battling the internet at my house. I had to do some unscrewing and finding the modems and reconnecting. And right when I thought it was working, it was just going very slow. And I was on live, I think, with you guys. Some of you were there with me live at around 3 o'clock. And finally, I just said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done for the day because it is so obvious that the universe wants me to rest. It is so obvious. I can't get anywhere. I'm like pushing against the internet. I'm pushing against slow speeds. I'm pushing against my website working 1 minute, failing the next minute. And I just said, okay, I hear you, and I'm gonna take a break. And I truly did. After I logged off that live, I ended up clearing out my office. I had some papers that had been sitting in a pile that I've been meaning to manage for quite some time. And I was like, you know what, Lindsay, chaos around you, chaos within you. And by the way, when I say chaos, it was like, you know, papers like this stacked nicely, but I knew that they had stuff on them that either I was saving the paper because I wanted to transfer the idea to a new beginning of a project, which is this, or I just needed to go through it and make sure I didn't need it. And so I did that last night. I filed some things away. I got rid of old insurance documents. I put my new insurance documents in my drawer. So I did all these things to honor my energy once I logged off and stopped working. I woke up feeling really great. I'm still having wild, crazy dreams. I do just attribute that to my spiritual deepening. And I've always been a dreamer. I've always had really vivid, colorful, lucid dreams. But I feel like I will take it to the next level in astral travel at some point, hopefully pretty easily throughout this year. So stay tuned for that. You'll notice that I got my new chair. She no longer squeaks. She's got lumbar support. The armrests go up and down. I can lean back. I can go up. I can go down. I'm so happy. So we put that together last night. Well, I read the directions and my partner put it together. And life is good this morning. Life is good. And sorry once again that I'm late, but it's for a good reason, because those inside the Cosmic Collective, you are going on your first ever Akashic record journey with me, because this will be the first time ever that I'm actually guiding somebody intentionally to the records. Catherine, I know last month you went on accident, but super cool that you went. So this is what we are about to do today. So yeah, thank you for your patience. And if you are not inside the Cosmic Collective, you might want to join. It is a spiritual community, $49 a month membership, where I'm hosting monthly group energy healings. I'm hosting monthly spiritual lessons. You get 2 spiritual Q&As live on Zoom with me, and you get access to the daily Discord, which is one of my favorite places to spend time on the internet. It honestly is. I love the conversations we're having inside of Discord, you guys. So if you've been in Discord lately, check out the accountability tab. We've had lots of cool conversations there. And the general tab, of course, always, right? VIP Ali says, yay, I love the chair. Me too. Honestly, I'm having lingering effects from yesterday. My baby got up 3 a.m. I'm a zombie. Yeah, lots of comments yesterday. So interestingly enough, the full moon was the 13th. But yesterday I looked at my own personal transits and there was a lot happening. I was like, this is not a surprise. We had big energy in the sky yesterday. We had the sun across from Mars, I want to say, if I remember. We had Jupiter and Venus squaring up. We have still Pluto in a sextile with the North Node. So there's a lot. Like yesterday was a very powerful turning point for a lot of people. I think if you were aware, it was a turning point for you in some way toward expansion, as always, right? We're always moving toward expansion. For me, I was just like, you know what? I need to just chill out. I need to just honor my energy. I'm going back to basics. I'm in I'll share this on my week 2 vlog post on YouTube, but I'm very much in a pattern at this point. I'm in round 2. I totally am. I'm getting all of my old angel numbers back from when I first awakened. I'm receiving downloads that are stronger, more direct, and way different than I've ever received. And it's exciting. It's very exciting. But with that, with a deepening of the awakening comes really honoring my energy, drinking way more water, meditating daily for certain, of course, always. Grounding in. Yesterday, I just felt like I couldn't, no matter what, I could not get down into my body. My head was just like, whoo, whoo, whoo. So it was kind of a wild day. Let me get caught up with the comments. If you're planning to stick around for the show, please say hello. Say hello. And for those of you, reminder, we are switching over at 9:45, and we are manifesting and getting on the energetic wave for subscribers, VIPs only. So if you're interested in doing that with me, you might want to hit the subscribe button up here. It's $4.99 a month, only $4.99 a month, and it's basically supporting my channel, supporting my content. Ivana, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chats. You're always right on time. Thank you, VIP Deborah. Yeah, I believe that. I do believe that, and I remind myself of that often. That was me yesterday. That was my mantra, which was like, Lindsay, you don't have to fight technology because you are in divine timing. And I did end up completing one thing, one kind of very small project in the larger scope of the big project. So I was very grateful for that. Like, I did finalize it. I closed the entire loop. I finished the day off completing it. And it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to judge myself. It's like I could only do so much with my human energy outside of like calling the internet people and being like, come bring a hotspot here or something and help me. So yeah. The Cosmic Pearl, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. VIP Catherine says, felt a lot of chaos, felt confident and better. A lot felt chaos. I felt confident and better about myself. Yeah, a lot of people, it was a powerful energy actually to transition, because what happened is we had a big opposition in the sky with our, with the sun and Mars, so 2 of our personal energies. And then we had Venus, Jupiter. So Venus, love, money, Jupiter, abundance, expansion in a square. So once again, tension. So were there catalysts in your life yesterday around love or money that relate to you expanding? Were there catalysts in your life around your confidence and your self-motivation and self-initiation that cause you and will help you expand? If so, then that's exactly the energy of yesterday. That's exactly the energy of yesterday. And so what I decided yesterday is that I am greater than the energy that is trying to come at me, and I'm going to honor myself fully. And so I did that. I took a step back, and last night I probably fell asleep at like 7:30. I was just so exhausted. It was the weirdest thing. So this morning, very excited, back in action, life is good. And yeah, that's what happens. That is how the journey goes. It's not going to be this perfect, like, linear path, right? VIP Aaron, I'm here, but scaring to finish getting ready and get to work for the Zoom. Okay, well, VIP Aaron, I would recommend that rather than be here and super present on this live, because we're gonna talk Florence Scovel Shin and you can always catch it on replay, do what you need to do to be there on time for the Zoom. I'm gonna wait like a few minutes, right, before we get going. But we are journeying together through the Akashic, and I think it's going to be very powerful. Now, you're at work, so recognize this might, you guys, for those that are in the Cosmic Collective, it might be a little bit overwhelming. Like, I was listening to my video, I remember when I took this journey, I remember exactly what happened, and it's been 3 years. So it might be overwhelming. Like, I was crying in the filming that I was filming myself, like filming the session, and I was crying. So prepare yourself, and if it gets too emotional, you can always tap out and kind of ground out, okay? So just as an FYI, VIP Aaron, just as an FYI, and it's gonna be on replay. It's gonna be on replay, so don't worry. I was thinking that I should just hop off because it slows me down. Yeah, changed like a light script, VIP Catherine. Ooh, I don't think there was a catalyst. I just know that after a couple of days of feeling off, I just changed like a light script. Ooh, I love that, light switch, yeah. Okay, I was like, script, switch. Okay, well, if you can just sit. Okay, then bye. See you soon. All right, VIP Aaron. We'll see you on Zoom soon. Okay, so let's talk. I guess the thing I'd like to remind you all of most is honor your energy, because that is where your power comes from. I could have gotten really pissed off yesterday. I could feel myself. I was like, wow, who is this girl? Because I'm getting like annoyed. I'm really getting annoyed. I was like, I couldn't find the drill, so I was unscrewing 4-inch nails from the wall, like way up high by myself. And I was like, my hand was starting to cramp, and I was like, come on, Lindsay, you can do this. And I started like telling myself, like, I'm strong, I'm in divine order, I'm stronger than this energy, it can't bring me down. And I was verbally affirming as I was unscrewing these screws from the wall. And I thought to myself, this has got to be some interesting test. This has got to be, because I have not felt this way in so long. So it's got to be a very interesting test. And perhaps it's a test to say, are you in a frequency now that you can actually move deeper into your journey, right? Because I've been holding this frequency for quite some time. I would say I haven't really intentionally gone deeper into my journey for this like past year, but simply because business really started to take off and I was really focused in on honoring my clients and customers. And now I'm building my business in a way, to be more passive so I can be more focused in on my life, go deeper in my journey. I come out of this journey and I can bring even stronger products, even stronger services that help people faster, more efficiently, more productively, all those beautiful things. And so life ebbs and flows, right? But we honor our energy. We always honor our energy. What a wild day it was. Yeah. Wild day. Okay. VIP Deborah says, I was in step block all day, got about 30 things done, very organized. Wow, VIP Deborah, opposite energy of me. Opposite energy of me. I will say though that I have a moon in Cancer sitting 2 degrees away from my ascendant in Cancer, and we had that full moon in Cancer. So I'm sure I just, it was a whammy in the best way though, right? In the best way. We got to release many things. The thing I did release during the cord cutting during the Manifesting Club on Monday evening, I have done a really good job of truly releasing. I feel very proud for that. So when we do these big energetic shifts, these big moments of working with energy, we can expect either some solidity quite quickly after, or perhaps a little bit of shake up until the solidity comes, till the foundation builds again, and that's okay. Very grateful for that. VIP Ali says, hey, Lady Godiver, welcome to the chat, my friend. VIP Ali says, I will say my husband was so good with my spiral yesterday. He was very accommodating. He normally is the opposite, so very grateful for that. There's always got to be somebody in the comments, doesn't there? Okay. Actually, I take that back. I don't really get those weird comments often. So that person's gone. I don't really care about politics, and nobody's coming for me, but okay. Okay, let's keep going with the show. So I guess, you guys, I love my new chair. There's no squeaks. She's nice and smooth. It's more office vibes, which is not really my vibe. But it was only like $100 or something, so I'll take it. I'm happy, and the seat is comfortable. And I feel like it's not cheap, so it's not gonna be like sunken in. It's like nice and like kind of a firm seat. My old one was very like fluffy, and so like I was sitting on basically the board underneath pretty quickly, so yeah. All right, should we talk Florence Scovel-Shin? We have about, you wanna see the whole thing? Like, can you see? It's nothing special. I mean, it's nothing great. I shouldn't say it's nothing great, but it's nothing like super special. My partner's like, it's white, and I was like, yeah, it's white. And he's like, why? I was like, because I like white. I have this very colorful robe, so white is a good background. I think my husband has it turned black. Yeah, probably. It was like $150 on Amazon or something, $130, I don't know. I like it though, I'm happy. No more squeaking, I know. So now I can do my energy healing sessions. My body's gonna be like, whoa, and it's not gonna be like, because that was really the problem, right? It's like, how am I having somebody deep in meditation with my squeaky chair? So there's that. Life is good. All right, reminder to those that are not subscribers, in 20 minutes we are going to switch over to subscriber only VIP manifesting and energetic waves. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe today. Let's get going with Florence, my girl. I've got to find her in my Kindle. We're going to talk a little bit. I do have to apologize. Today is still a little bit hodgepodgey, but the reason for it is because I have some beautiful people inside of a beautiful cosmic collective who, ooh, I just went past it, who are going to be going on a beautiful journey, and I have the script. You guys, how is it that I found this video? I was like, okay, it had to have been in 21 or 22, and then I scrolled, and then all of a sudden it was like, I just scrolled right to it, and I was like, yes, so exciting, so exciting. Yeah, right, VIP Deborah, it's like, how can I be, I'm like, now go deeper, and then it's like, because when I'm energy healing, my body is the indicator to tell me, okay, this person's connected, okay, this is from the past, this is from the present, this is big confirmation. So my body is really the tool, and my body talks to me. So when my body is moving, my chair is squeaking, and then, this one has lumbar support too. I like that. I feel like I'm about to be an ergonomically correct girly. VIP Catherine says, divine timing, I'm supposed to learn more today. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Florence. What were we talking about last? We were talking about perfect self-expression. We were talking about the perfect plan. This was a couple of days ago, you guys remember? We were talking about, VIP Deborah says, now I'll be wondering if anything is happening with you. There'll be silence. I'll tell you what's happening with me, you guys. I will always tell you. Like, I'll either channel it out or let you know afterwards. But I'm always there. I'm always there in the background, holding the energy for you, sending the energy to you. So last we were talking about perfect self-expression or the divine design by Florence Scovel Shinn. I'll remind you guys, maybe it'll come into your brain as you remember. Probably it will, because it was a really powerful conversation. It was a really powerful conversation. And she said, the perfect plan includes health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. This is a square of life which brings perfect happiness. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that conversation? She says, when one has made this demand, he may find great changes taking place in his life, for nearly every man has wandered far from the divine design. She says, perfect self-expression will never be labor, but of such absorbing interest that it will seem almost like play. For those on the spiritual journey, you know this, right? Because it is like one grand adventure. It's like, what's going to happen next? And it is exciting. It is like you're playing. You're playing with your energy. You're understanding yourself further. And it becomes very exciting. And it's not boring. It doesn't feel like you have to go do it. You know, when you say like, oh, I have to do this, it's more like I get to. It's that kind of feeling. She says, the student knows also, as man comes into the world financed by God, the supply needed for his perfect self-expression will be at hand. I'm going to keep reading. I haven't highlighted any of this, but I'm going to keep reading because it goes into what I did highlight, so it makes sense. She says, many a genius has struggled for years with the problem of supply, when his spoken word and faith would have released quickly the necessary funds. For example, after the class one day, a man came to me and handed a penny. He said, I have just 7 cents in the world and I'm going to give you 1, for I have faith in the power of your spoken word. I want you to speak the word for my perfect self-expression and prosperity. Florence says, I spoke the word and did not see him again until a year later. He came in one day successful and happy with a roll of yellow bills in his pocket. He said, immediately after you spoke the word, I had a position offered me in a distant city and am now demonstrating health, happiness, and supply. A woman's perfect self-expression may be in becoming a perfect wife, a perfect mother, a perfect homemaker, and not necessarily in having a public career. Now remember, you guys, this was written in 1925. So we have to take into account the times, right? We could add in a perfect career at this point in time to a perfect business, whatever, right? Because things have definitely changed in that arena. She says, demand definite leads and they will be made easy and successful. And the way will be made easy and successful. This is what I highlighted. She says, one should not visualize or force a mental picture. When he demands the divine design to come into his conscious mind, he will receive flashes of inspiration and begin to see himself making some great accomplishment. This is the picture or the idea he must hold without wavering. The thing man seeks is seeking him. The telephone was seeking Bell, she says. So interestingly, basically what she's saying is, whatever you seek, if you can hold that feeling, if you can hold these inspiration, these divine flashes of inspiration, that's the picture that the divine wants you to hold. We also practice visualization for creating too, which is a little bit different than what she's talking about here. But let's keep going and see what else is happening. I didn't really highlight anything more. She's talking a lot about different students practicing intelligence, arithmetic, passing classes, stage fright, self-expression. And then I get to this part that I highlighted. So let's see if I'm going to read it really quickly to see if this makes sense. Okay, remember the story? Yeah. So remember the story about the woman who wanted the $2,000. She was upset with her family member because they took $2,000 and then the family member passed and the family member didn't leave the money in the will to pay her back. But then she ended up receiving the $2,000 from the landlord. We remember that part, right? And that story. We talked about that maybe a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a week ago. I'm not sure. Bex is in the house. Good morning, Bex. I missed you sneaking in again. VIP Catherine says, confirmation, I've been wrestling with holding on to visions or let go. Now I know to keep that faith. Yep, you've got this. And so she goes on to say, she says, over and over again, man is told to stand still. In quotes from the Bible, O Judah, fear not, but tomorrow go out against them, for the Lord will be with you. You shall not need to fight this battle. Set yourselves, stand ye still, and see the salvation of the Lord with you. Sorry, my phone is going to die. We see this in the incidents of the $2,000 coming to the woman through the landlord. When she became non-resistant and undisturbed, and the woman, when she became non-resistant and undisturbed, and the woman who won the man's love after all suffering had ceased. So we read both of those stories, right? The woman at the $2,000, the woman with the partner and the suffering, whatever. I highlighted this section. The student's goal is poise. Poise is power. For it gives God power a chance to rush through man to will and to do its good pleasure. Poised, calm, poised, he thinks clearly and makes right decisions quickly. He never misses a trick. Anger blurs the vision, poisons the blood, is the root of many diseases, and causes wrong decision leading to failure. It has been named one of the worst sins as its reaction is so harmful. The student learns that in metaphysics, sin has a much broader meaning than in the old teaching. Whatsoever is not of faith is sin, the old teaching. He finds that fear and worry are deadly sins. They are inverted faith. We've talked about this many times, fear or faith. And through distorted mental pictures, bring to pass the thing he fears. His work is to drive out these enemies from the subconscious mind, in other words, reprogram the mind. When man is fearless, he is finished. Maeterlinck says that man is God afraid. I don't really know what that means. When man is fearless, he is finished. Man is God afraid. I see. I still don't see. So she says, as we read in the previous chapters, man can only vanquish fear by walking up to the thing he is afraid of. And then she talks about a story from the Bible. I like this idea of poise, right? Because people always say like, oh, like I'm spiritual, but I don't meditate. And I'm like, but why? Because if you were to meditate, you calm down your nervous system. You calm the chatter from the mind. You become poised. She says poise is power. It gives God power, source energy, whatever you want to call it, a chance to rush through. You open your channel. You become a clear channel for this infinite wisdom and intelligence and love and support and encouragement to move through you, right? So you think clearly and you make, and she says, and makes right decisions quickly. Right decisions quickly. She kind of gives this idea to us, like when you are open, when your energy is moving through you smoothly, you are the one that makes right decisions quickly. I would take it a step further and say you are connected and you are receiving the right decisions to make for your life. So you're not even making decisions. It's to the point where I feel like I rarely make a decision in my life. And it's very powerful because if I'm not sitting here contemplating pros and cons of every little thing of my life, I don't have to waste all my powerful creative energy on that, right? Because I'm getting the information, do this next. Okay, I do it. Do this next. Okay, I do it. And it goes on and on and on. Bex is laughing at me because I saw her sneak in. Thoughts on that, you guys? She says, anger blurs the vision and poisons the blood. It's the root of many diseases. We know this. Causes wrong decisions leading to failure. She says, the metaphysician's sin has a broader meaning in the old teaching, that we understand that there's that kind of like what they would call the sin. And by the way, she's speaking energy from the Bible. So we have to remember that. So like, let's not get upset about religion here. She's translating into energy. Teachings of what many people follow, right? So she's saying that energetically, these are low vibrations. That's kind of like the sins. It's the low vibrational energy. It's the anger, it's the fear, it's the guilt, it's the shame, it's the worry, it's the jealousy, it's the insecurity, it's the lack of worth, it's the lack of feeling like you're deserving, it's the low self-esteem, it's the low self-confidence. Those energies are what's just dragging you down, right? And those energies kind of all bounce back to fear. Fear lives in our root chakra. So what happens when the root chakra is blocked? The energy doesn't come through fully and cleanly. We're not poised. And she says poise is power. And so fear, blocked root chakra, energy flows into the root, up through to the crown. We receive through the crown the insights and inspirations. We take the action. VIP Catherine says, yep, on my journey with anger dropped 100 times. Letting go and having faith changed everything. Along with the VIP Catherine. They need to be able to let you guys write more, I feel like, in the comments. I'll wait for you to finish, but along with, I'm sure there's going to be something great that happens next. I mean, we can choose to be angry, and we can choose to think life is unfair, and we can choose to think that the world is going to hell, and we can choose to think that we're all doomed, or we could just be like, you know what, starting today, I'm just going to view it as it is what it is. I'm going to decide to release all the anger I have in my life, because all that crap is in the past, and if I hold on to the anger, I'm perpetuating that reality for myself, which means I'm copying and pasting. I'm just recreating the same crap I don't want. So I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to choose to be at least content, right? We don't have to go from like anger to like super happy and optimistic. We can go from anger to like, it is what it is. And from it is what it is to maybe I can find a silver lining in that. And from the silver lining to think, if that never happened, then I wouldn't have this, to holy cow, now that I see this, I'm actually grateful for that, right? And then you just go up and up and up and up in vibration. And that's how it works. I mean, it's so simple, but it's simple from an understanding viewpoint. It becomes complex because we have many emotions in the body, right? And we think, how will I ever let this go? How will I ever let this go? But we practice letting it go, we practice letting it go, practice letting it go. And then all of a sudden one day you're like, I don't ever think about that anymore. And that is so cool. That's so cool. I didn't really put, I didn't really do a lot of highlighting in this chapter. Maybe I just found that it was kind of resonating with me, so I didn't really have to highlight a lot. I did highlight another section pages later that says, this is interesting. This kind of goes back to, this goes back to when I wrote that comment around cancer equals stuck energy in the body, which was intended for adults only, because I trust that 2-year-olds aren't reading my TikToks. Nonetheless, I was like, there are past lives. Melly's in the house. Hey, Melly, it's been so long since I've seen you here. Catherine says, along with all challenges, I've been able to change my brain to see the positive in every situation. Yeah. Catherine, you're doing a really good job. You really are. So you're already up to that like gratitude level, right? Which is awesome. So this goes back to like the whole like how we come into life ill, how we come into life in poverty or like in a really shit situation. She says, I've often been asked why one man is born rich and healthy and another poor and sick. Where there is an effect, there is always a cause. There is no such thing as chance. This question is answered through the law of reincarnation. Man goes through many births and deaths until he knows the truth which sets him free. That's why I think they say like a lot of people that make certain choices in a lifetime, it's like they know it's their last round. I kind of wonder what's going to happen to me when I go. I know that's kind of a strange thing to ask or think, but I think about this. I'm like, will I get to choose and go like off into the ethers and become something else, or will I come back here again? And if I come back here again, will I have to come back here again, or will I come back as a choice because I want to continue my teachings or whatever? Time will tell, I suppose, right? So she says the question is answered through the law of reincarnation. Man goes through many births and deaths until he knows the truth, which sets him free. Now, once again, you guys, this is a belief. Maybe you don't have this belief, and that's okay. You don't have to believe everything I read, right? You can tap into your heart space and see if you want to believe this, okay? I kind of feel like I'll level up, Bex, but yeah. Melly says, I've been so busy, but thinking of you always. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. It's nice to see you, and I hope everything is going well for you. She goes on to say he is drawn back to the earth plane through unsatisfied desire. Oh geez, now I'm screwed because I always want to be better and do more. To pay his karmic debts or to fulfill his destiny. So you go back to the earth plane through unsatisfied desire, to pay your karmic debts, or to fulfill your destiny. The man born rich and healthy has had pictures in his subconscious mind in his past life of health and riches, and the poor and sick man of disease and poverty. Man manifests on any plane, the sum total of his subconscious beliefs. She goes on to say birth and death are man-made laws, for the wages of sin is death. But she goes on to say the real man, the spiritual man, is birthless and deathless. He never was born and has never died. And then she goes on to quote the Bible, as he was in the beginning, he is now and ever shall be. I'm glad I found that. Good morning, Court. Yeah, maybe I'll level up. Spiritual AF, welcome to the chat. All right, you guys, it's 9:45. I know this was a short show. My apologies once again on being about 15 minutes late to my own show, but Cosmic Collective members, I think you'll be grateful that I was late because we're about to go on an Akashic Record journey together. But before we do that, you guys, I'm switching over to subscriber only at this point, subscriber only. If you're interested in subscribing, it's $4.99 a month. You can click the button up here. $4.99 a month, and subscribers Wednesdays through Fridays from here on out, you're manifesting with me and you are on the energetic wave with me. So what a great place to end the show, I feel like. Hey, Court, good morning. I don't know if I said good morning back to you, but good morning. Hi. What a great place to end the show. Should I read it one last time? Should I read that? I want to read that paragraph one last time, and then we'll drop off. We'll go to subscriber only. Sit back, close your eyes if you can, put your hand on your heart if you can. I'm just going to read this last paragraph. She says, the man born rich and healthy has had pictures in his subconscious mind in his past life of health and riches, and the poor and the sick man of disease and poverty. Tap in here, breathe in, let it go. This sentence alone gives you ultimate knowledge. It gives you ultimate power, assuming you implement your spiritual wisdom. Man manifests on any plane the sum total of his subconscious beliefs. All right, we're switching over. If you're interested in becoming a VIP subscriber and manifesting with me right now and getting on the energetic wave with me, please click the subscribe button. And for those of you watching on YouTube, we will figure this out. I'm only 250 followers away or so of being able to do this on YouTube as well. So thanks for being here. You can always follow me on TikTok at Lindsay with Love as well if you're on YouTube to do this with me, and click the subscribe button. So YouTubers, I will see you guys tomorrow, and TikTokers, subscribers, hang out with me. Arco Show, have a great day. I will see you on Discord, and I'll hopefully see you in 15 minutes inside of the Cosmic Collective anyway. So have a great day. Let me stop.